I think we can all agree that that was horrid.
Well, Sammy, you wouldn't be wrong, because between Maya literally posting the eliminated Islanders and then the After Sun promo doing the same thing, I said, child, we can all agree this season has been horrendous. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, and this is the penultimate episode to the finale of Love Island. I was about to say Big Brother. I don't even know why. It's definitely Love Island. Anyways, guys, oof. I don't know. I feel like it went fast. Is it just me? I feel like it went fast, but then I was like, whew, that was a job and a half at the same time. I don't know how to feel. But anyways, before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. To the people who support me on my other pages, thank you, thank you, thank you. My TikTok has hit 1,000 followers. Very exciting. So make sure to support me over there as well. I wanted to just clear up the voting, because some people missed it. I missed it. I'm the some people. The votes were Kai and Sanam, Ron and Lana voting for Will and Jessie. Shaq and Tanya voted for Kai and Sanam, and Will and Jessie and Tom and Sammy voted for Ron and Lana. Okay, so this time, with the family meetups, you can actually touch your family members, which I loved. First to come in was Ron and Lana's family. And, well, Lana's family, everybody in her family didn't turn a blind eye to Ron, because they really love him.
Oh, you just look so happy together, honestly. It's so nice to see.
It's been good.
Because when I saw you, I was like, oh, he's good looking. He's got all the chat.
I'll apologise because I think I've made her cry a fair few times, but honestly, like, I did care throughout the whole thing.
They commended her for persevering and coming out a stronger woman than when she went in, and I'm like, I don't know. If my sister or if my daughter had to go through foolishness over a man to come out strong on a television show, I would have a lot more words for Ron than what the family did. But they rock with him. They like him. So it is what it is. What else was said? My issue is, again, the actions on the outside. Is he going to have a wandering eye? The people want to know. The people want to wait and see if that's going to be the case. Honestly, I can see them having a very strong relationship. Like, even if they break up romantically, I think that they'd stay friends. You know what I mean? Like, I think they have that kind of foundation. But I just don't have faith in Ron. I'm so sorry. I really don't have faith in Ron. However, Ron's family, they got faith in him.
Mum and Dad have learnt a lot about me in this. I'm not going to lie. They've seen a different side to me.
Some a bit too much sometimes.
Does she live in Manchester?
So she's in Manchester.
Are you
yes,
going to
it's
move
not
up there
us.
then?
No. Like, we're going to have our bases.
But when she stays, separate rooms, you're not staying in the same bed like you're doing here.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, being the fact that this is his first relationship, it can go one of two ways. Love of his life, never needs to look at anybody ever again, sold from the jump to kingdom come, you know what I mean? Or might feel like, damn, now that I'm coming out of Love Island, now that I've got some kind of notoriety, yes, they aren't doing numbers like the summer season people do, but they're still doing numbers. They have more followers than most of us in the general public, you know what I mean? He might feel like, I mean, now would be the time to explore if I wanted to, you know? And also people knowing that this is his first relationship, even if it wasn't his first relationship, just coming off of the show, people want to, you know, want to see if they can have their chance with you. But definitely having this be your first relationship, you know, there are some vile women out there who are going to do their best to break that up. And I just wonder how successful they would be. There was a comment that Ron made. It wasn't that big of a comment, but I just feel like talking about it. He was asked, like, oh, would you move over to where she's at? And he's like, no, I think it's beneficial for us to have our own bases, which is typically not what we hear people on Love Island say, but I'm not mad at it. I think a lot of the time people are a little hasty moving in with each other. I do think it's important for them to keep their separate lives until they can really work out the kinks of being outside of the house, thrown back into the world with this new status, and like, take some time. Shaq and Tanya's family is next, and it felt like seeing my own auntie on the screen. Honestly, I probably could be related to them because, you know, Zimbabweans, we're all connected in some way.
He's obsessed. You know when someone looks at you and they're like,
We can
He
tell.
would do anything.
When Tanya came out with
You
Martin,
hated
we
him, didn't
fell
you?
off
I
the
knew
chair.
that.
We fell off the couch.
Tanya said something that kind of like it rang some bells for me, and the family co-signing. I was like, oh shoot, this is where it comes from. She basically said from the onset she could tell that Shaq was obsessed with her and there's nothing he wouldn't do for her. And I'm like, yeah, and that's probably why you treated him the way that you did in the beginning. You know, there was David, whatever that man's name was, in the beginning as a test, and then again Martin as a test, and then the gaslighting and whatever. And to the people on my TikTok who was trying to make it seem like Tanya is being domestically abusive to Shaq. Domestic abuse, if we're being honest, I feel like that's disrespectful to people who really do experience domestic abuse. You can be a gaslighter and not be an abuser. Maybe like emotional turmoil. I don't know about domestic abuse. I feel like that's a reach to me. But I'm just like, yeah, the family was commending her for going through what they went through and coming out stronger. And because of their trials, that's what makes it true love. And so I was like, oh, so mama and auntie have come up with this philosophy. Got it. Shaq's family, well, I think it was his friend and his sister, his older sister. Yeah, they had some words.
I think she done you a bit dirty at some point, which was obviously hard to watch for everyone back home and us.
Yeah.
Some situations I wasn't happy with at all. Not just me, but like everyone wasn't happy with.
Yeah.
But you seem happy, and that's all we want at the end of the day.
You know the saying, you like it, I love it. For those who don't know, it's a saying that Black people tend to say when you really don't like something, but because your person likes it, you say that you like it just so that they don't feel bad, even though you know you don't like it. I feel like that's what the sister was saying. The sister was basically saying, baby, you like it, I love it. I'm just happy you're happy. She's not happy with Tanya. She does not like Tanya. She might like her as a person, but she won't like her for her brother. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'll be an interesting dynamic. I wonder how that's going to work out. The sister even said you forgive too quickly and you should have allowed her to prove herself more instead of just taking her back with little to no effort. We, the public, feel the same. At least I do. And the aunt said, listen, don't worry. I'm going to deal with her. I'm going to smack her on the wrist if that's what we need to do, because she was the one wilding and we accept that. So yeah, Sammy and Tom's family has arrived and they all fully support this relationship.
I didn't think I'd meet someone. No. I actually didn't think I'd meet someone.
I think she's the one for you.
You think?
And you really like him, don't
I do,
you?
yeah.
I can see it.
But it's hard to tell
I've
me.
never seen you like that.
No.
Ever.
I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I do not trust Tom. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I think he is enamored by Sammy and that's about it. Once they leave and reality sets in of like, oh, my stock has gone up. I think Tom is going to dip. I really do. I really, really do. I think that Sammy has the potential to be all in on Tom, but I don't think that he has that. But maybe he plans on being all in, but I just don't see that coming to fruition. And I can see it being very ugly because, you know, Sammy's got a mouth on her. Everybody knows this. Even the families are like, whew, she'll tell you how she feels. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Tom, I hope you do right by her or else we'll be hearing about it in the news. Sanam's mom is all in on Kai. She feels like he has treated her so well and he's an upstanding guy. He's very mature. And honestly, I think that in Kai's stint with Sanam, he's been a lot more romantic, complimentary, talkative in a way that is actually substantial and not talking about the moon and stuff like that. But he still does that with her and she appreciates it. She loves it. She doesn't look at him blankly. You know what I mean? My only thing is, I hope that everything he has said is truly from the heart, because if it is, then I think they do have a long relationship ahead of them. You know, they have similar values. They come from similar upbringings. They both have the Caribbean heritage and stuff. Like it looks great on paper. As long as that translates to who Kai is on the inside, I think they'll be good. For Kai's family, I mean, they had nothing bad to say about Sanam. And honestly, how could you?
He seems as a pretty amazing person, and he said he will look after you.
I know,
you know?
so cute.
He said,
You both look perfect.
You do.
Absolutely perfect
You look
together.
lovely together.
I couldn't wish for a better partner.
It is no surprise at all that they love Sanam. Like I've been saying, she has been a class act through it all. She also hasn't been here long enough to to really show her ass, so it's fine. But I don't think she would have anyways. I don't think she would have. Yeah. It was great. Last is Will and Jessie. And I don't know if I was reading into it, but Jessie didn't think anybody would come for her. Genuinely didn't think anyone would come for her. And I'm like, is that because, you know, your mom didn't have her passport? Or is it genuinely an insecurity that people don't show up for her? Because if it's the latter, that's really sad.
Dad loves Will.
Dad does.
Dad adores Will. Yeah. Like when you first went for Will, I was like, what's going on here?
Excuse me?
No. Different to like what I usually see Jessie with.
Jessie is clearly trying something new with Will. Even the sister was kind of stunned that that was her first choice. But here they are, still together. Her eyes have not strayed from Will. Not ever. So maybe she's being for real, you guys. With Will's family, of course, they were going to ride for Jessie. Will's dad, big fan.
I actually think she'd fit well into the family. Yeah, and fitting into our family is hard. Yeah. You are punching above your weight.
Yeah. Look off. Look off.
I love that they encouraged Will to approach the family with his tail between his legs and be very apologetic and remorseful, considering the fact that, one, Jessie seems to be pretty delicate. Okay. Once those waterworks, or lack thereof, start to flow, it's long. You know what I mean? And then also when you consider what it takes to be with Jessie, one, she's leaving her family. Well, I don't know. She said she hadn't seen them since December, so I'm not sure where she was within that time. But the fact of the matter is, she'd be leaving all that she knows to come to the UK. Whether that's for Will or for other opportunities, I don't know. The fact remains the same, okay? Secondly, her family put in a lot of work to come out here. Mama didn't even have a passport before the show. They come from Tasmania. They come from, they come from the bush, she said. Because it took so much for the family to come, and it's going to take a lot to sustain this relationship. Will, you better be serious if you're going to go down this road with her. And then you, Jessie, it better not come out that you're an actress. It better not come out that you were putting it on, because the UK will cook you. Okay? Like they cooked you tonight, because y'all got the lowest votes and y'all leaving. Or I guess you got the most votes because it was for least compatible. Yeah. Long and short of it, Will and Jessie are leaving. Of course, we knew that from before even the episode. Was it before the episode that Maya posted? The point is, we knew for a long time. Yeah. Finale is there tomorrow. As you know, it's going to be a super panel situation. And also, I'm going to do a watch along. It's not a streaming of the show. You're just getting a live reaction from me as I watch the show, and y'all watch the show, and we watch the show together. You know what I mean? So yeah, tune in for that tomorrow. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, in the last one.